Taurus, this is Joe, and I'm going to do your July 2020 singles tarot reading. Now, this is an intuitive reading, so it's not going to be for everybody. It just possibly can't. So there's always another message on another day that might be for you. But with that said, you might be in a relationship, you might be single, you might be kind of like casually dating somebody, but this is for those of you that are not committed in a long-term relationship. This is more about those that maybe are just feeling out another person or considering committing to somebody, but really you, for the most part, are single, or you would consider yourself single. So that's who this is for, first of all. After that, you know, hopefully the message that's inspired to come out is something that resonates with you, but that's okay if it doesn't. So these are pretty quick readings. I don't like to drag them on really long. I like to just get right to the point. This is just basically a check-in for singles in July, and we're gonna see what you get. You have the Three of Swords. Look at that. So you're still carrying around some heartache in July, and I think you're gonna have to work to let that go. I think that's the first message I get for July, Taurus. I think some of you, even if you're dating and just kind of casually getting out there and meeting people and getting acquainted with people, I think no matter what, you have still someone that has caused you a lot of pain, or you've been involved with somebody in the past that's caused you a lot of pain that you're still carrying around. And I think you're prejudging people, or you might be prone to prejudge people based on that pain or that upset that you experience. So, what else do we have? Seven of Cups. Interesting. And Ten of Pentacles. So I think this is a good time for you to think about what it is that you really, really, truly desire and want. Do you want Seven of Cups? Do you want a long-term committed relationship? Do you eventually want to get married? Do you just want to date and have fun? Or do you want to be more of a bohemian type person? I think that right now, whatever it is that you are pursuing, I think you need to get a little bit more clarity on what it is you're pursuing for the long term for yourself. And I think that definitely this is a good time for you to really focus on that, because I think the Ten of Pentacles coming out, you do have a very high potential for meeting somebody down the road that is going to be more of a long-term, long-standing person in your life. Now, I don't know if that happens in July or not. We're going to clarify some of these, but I think the biggest thing is here, the message is the Three of Swords. You got to let go of some hurt and some heartache and heal a little bit and really think about what it is that you're truly seeking for yourself. You have the King of Wands. What else? And you have the Emperor. And, you know, I want to pull for this Ten of Pentacles. So you definitely have to let go of the past, the Chariot, because you're probably not going to get like the closure that you want. I feel as if you feel like you have set a specific requirement that if you get closure, you get healing. But really, closure comes when you just allow yourself to heal without having the predetermined idea that you have to have all the answers to what happened. So, I think that's the biggest focus for you in July. Number one is really to just shed the burden of hurt and to let it go. I think that it's something that you have to work at. But I think that you can pretty easily let this go if you set your mind to it. If you decide that you truly just want to be out of this kind of this hurt, this pain, this sadness, because you do have the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is somebody that represents a long term, and we're talking about relationships, so I'm being more specific about relationships, but somebody that's a long term person, somebody that is marriage worthy, somebody that's relationship worthy, somebody that's honest and loyal. And I think that it's somebody also that isn't overly intellectual and maybe an overthinker of things. It's somebody that's more of a passionate person, somebody that's a doer, somebody that is actionably involved in a relationship. And I think that's who you want to be, and I think that's who you want to come in to your life. I think you want to find somebody that matches up to that ideal, and maybe that fell short, and maybe that's why the Three of Swords is coming out, and it's because you had high hopes and those hopes were dashed. So I think the King of Wands is really kind of, to me, it's like a matchup. It's what you want to be and it's what you want coming in. And then you have the Emperor. The Emperor gets their way, and they're used to getting their way. The Emperor doesn't take no. And I think that you know, I think that you kind of reevaluate things. Once you can get past that hurt and just let go of the idea of getting closure, you're not going to have all the answers. And I think the Emperor, or the persona of the Emperor, is maybe key to that healing. And just realizing that you are bigger than that hurt and that pain, and that you can, you know, you can soar above that and beyond that, and not have to be stuck in that. I think that you can get your way when it comes to love and relationships. And I think that's what the Seven of Cups is coming out for. The Seven of Cups to me is you getting to choose what it is you truly want in your future. Is it, again, a long-term relationship? Is it going to be just a casual atmosphere? Is it going to be marriage? Is that what you're really wanting? And maybe that's the reason for the Three of Swords. Maybe you have come out of a failed marriage, or you come out of a relationship that was supposed to be heading toward marriage, and that fell apart. And I think the Seven of Cups is a good time for you to really choose what you want and actually put it out there into the universe and just say what you want. Ask for what you want, because I think you will get it. But I think you're being very cautious moving forward. I know that the way I see this, the Chariot coming out, there's the part of you that wants to charge forward, move forward, and take control. But there's that part of you that is very reserved and very careful about things right now. I think you're very guarded, and you don't want to get hurt again. I think that you do have good things coming your way, because you do have the Ten of Pentacles here. The Ten of Pentacles and the Chariot, to me, is saying that you do have good things coming your way. You do have that higher level of fulfillment coming your way. And you do have that high potential of getting what you want once you get out of the way of yourself and not being kind of dwelling in the pain and the hurt for too long. And it's a necessary thing. That's part of healing, is dwelling in it for a while and really just soaking it up and feeling it, experiencing it. But the other part of that is parting ways with it. Parting ways with the pain and the hurt. And so I think that's the bigger message here for you in July. We're going to see if we can get one more here. And the Hermit. So I did say I felt like there's part of you that wants to move forward. And then there's part of you that is very reserved and being very careful. And then you have the Seven of Cups. So you're getting to really know yourself and getting to know what it is you want. And I think that that's what you're after in July, is I think you're being very choosy and careful, really thinking through what you want. And I think this is a good time to spend, you know, your energy on. I think it's a really good place to put it, is to get out of that Three of Swords and depart from that and really put your focus on what it is you want and setting your mind on that, and then moving forward and going in search of what it is you're truly seeking in a relationship. So, Taurus, this is a pretty interesting reading. I do feel like, you know, there just has to be some amount of letting go, or being willing to let go, once you feel like you've processed that pain and that hurt and that betrayal. I think that once you've processed it, I think intuitively you'll know when it's time to move on. You have the Hermit here, and the Hermit is really about that observation of self, and it's about the observation of your experience, the fates. So I think you have some good things coming your way. To me, the fates is saying that whatever is next in life, whatever is coming toward you, or whatever you're moving toward, and I think really it's you moving towards something. Once you set your mind to it, it's fated, and this time around it's better, and this time around it's more meaningful, and I think this time around it's more fulfilling for you. So Taurus singles, that's your message. And if you want an opportunity to win this really cool deck, it's my favorite deck for love and relationship readings. It's the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. If you're a subscriber, just comment subscribe below and I'll be sure to include you. If you're not, go ahead and subscribe and let me know that you did, and I will include you in that. So we're going to wrap it up, and I'm going to say have a great rest of your night or day, depending on when you're watching this. It's night for me right now. So, and I'm going to say take it easy. I'll talk to you again.